Good evening. Please remain standing for the presentation of our colors by our JROTC Color Guard, the singing of our national anthem by the OHS Singers, and the performance of My Old Kentucky Home by the OHS Chamber Orchestra.
Color guard, halt, left, face, present, colors.
1, 2.
We
Right, face. Forward, march.
Thank you, and please be seated. Good evening. My name is John DeLacy, and we would like to welcome you to the Owensboro High School's 2019 graduation ceremony. Please join me in welcoming our Student Council President, Emma Kingsley.
Thank you, Mr. DeLacy. Good evening, and welcome to the 147th commencement of Owensboro High School. Thank you to everyone who is gathered here tonight in support of the graduates, our family, friends, teachers, coaches, and mentors. Thank you, Dr. Brake and the Board of Education. As we take our final steps together as Red Devils, we must reminisce about some of the moments we've marked on our journey together. For me, senior high is all I've ever known. And for many of us, we grew up as future Red Devils. We grew up going to Rash Stadium every Friday night, and we knew whose team was our team even before we could read. We always knew we would grow up to be OHS graduates, but this day, for so long, seemed so far away. Now, here we stand. It wouldn't be an OHS graduation speech without mentioning the daily fist bump from Mr. DeLacy. In 5th grade, we walked in with him as our principal, and we were lucky enough to walk into freshman year with him by our side yet again. In between these fist bumps, OHS has given us some various emotions over the years. From the fear we felt when getting a bad grade and trying to get our teachers to change it before our parents saw, to the pride we felt standing on stage one last time and bringing the audience to our feet in any of our fine arts performances, to the excitement we felt supporting any of our athletic teams and losing our voices in moments of victory, like when we beat BG for the first time in years, or when we turned Rep Arena red yet again. Knowing that we walked the halls of Owensboro High School for the final time and saying goodbye to the place we grew up is bittersweet, but this class has made memories to last a lifetime. It's hard to believe that today finalizes our contribution to the tradition of excellence. I ask that you remember that we are Owensboro does not end the moment we walk out of these doors tonight. It means that this school and the family we have made within it will always have a place in our hearts. As we stand here one final time as the class of 2019, remember that no matter where or how far we go, we will always have a home at 1800 Frederick Street. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. Great job. We're very proud to announce OHS's Honor Graduate. This is always a very special award, but this year it's extra special. And it's a very difficult choice because this class has so many quality young people. Students are nominated and voted on by their teachers. The criteria to qualify for this award are the following: excellence in academics, self-discipline, leadership, compassion, and attendance. The following student certainly represents all of these qualities. At this time, we would like to request the OHS Honor Graduate of 2019, New May, please stand. New May. New May, stand up. Okay, if New May, come to the front, and let's give her one more round of applause. New May, you could come to the stage. At this time, I'll introduce our assistant principal, Ms. Christy Smith.
Good evening. On average, students spend 1,275 hours with their teachers per year. So in your educational career, so far, you have spent 16,575 hours in school with your teachers. That's kindergarten through 12th grade. Tonight, it is my honor to present the Teachers of the Year for 2019. One of these awards is voted on by the class of 2019, while the other award is voted on by fellow teachers. To receive such an award from your students means you have made a great impact on their lives. To receive such an award from your colleagues means you have earned the love and respect of your peers. This being kind of the definition of Teacher of the Year, I feel that every teacher at OHS should be getting an award tonight. Unfortunately, I only have 2. If you are a current teacher for the Owensboro Public School System or a former teacher, I see a few from the Owensboro Public School System, please stand at this time and be recognized. Thank you. Teachers, please remember during this difficult time in education, you are so appreciated, and please know that we do not take what you do every day for granted. Our first recipient. This person is an OHS grad. He earned his bachelor's degree from the University of Kentucky and his master's degree in curriculum and instruction. He has taught at OHS since 2010. He has been the leader of our FILD, Forever I Love the Devils. That's our spirit club at OHS, and is also our tennis coach. It is an honor to give this award to Mr. Cody Russellberg. All right, our second recipient has a little bit longer of a history with us. This recipient graduated from Davis County High School. It's okay. We turned her into a Red Devil. She also graduated from Georgetown College with a bachelor's degree in mathematics. She received her secondary education certification from Kentucky Wesleyan College. Some interesting things I found out when looking through her personnel file. She has been with OHS since 1994. That's a long time, guys. She was the puppet team director at her church. It was on your resume. She has been a cheer sponsor, the sponsor of the math club, academic coach, the sponsor of Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and I was lucky enough to be her co-sponsor for the National Honor Society of Owensboro High School. Unfortunately for all of us, she is leaving us this year to retire and take care of her grandbaby. Please honor Mrs. Sheila Cooper. And one thing Mr. Russelberg just said, teacher, student. Ms. Cooper taught him when he was at OHS. You want me to introduce them? At this time, I would like to ask anyone who has served or is currently serving in our armed forces to please stand to be recognized. Please remain standing. Please remain standing for a moment. Now I would like to ask students in the class of 2019, if your plan is to serve our country upon graduation, please stand and join these strong, brave men and women. We would like to offer a heartfelt thank you for your service to our country and for protecting the freedoms that we sometimes take for granted. Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Jennifer Wiggins and our OHS chorus.
Thank you, Ms. Wiggins and the OHS Choir. You're good, Mitchell. Okay, at this time, please welcome Dr. Nick Brake, the superintendent of our Owensboro School District. He will now give the charge to the class. Please welcome Dr. Brake.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to join everyone in celebrating this night. I want to begin by taking a moment and recognizing and thanking all of the people that make up Owensboro High School and the Owensboro Public Schools. Your teachers, first at OHS, but also middle school, elementary school, all the way back to preschool. Many of them are here tonight as your special guests. Let's take a moment again and recognize all of our teachers. Let us also remember the staff members, from our office workers to our bus drivers that got you to school every day, cafeteria workers that fed you, maintenance workers that saw to it that our buildings are safe and clean, the entire supporting cast that helped make this day possible for you. And last, I'd like to thank your counselors, your administrators, and our Board of Education. And I will take a moment to introduce the members of the board that are here tonight. Our chair, Mr. Jeremy Edge. Our vice chair, Ms. Melissa Decker. Mr. Dan Griffith. Dr. Jeremy Luckett. And Mr. Michael Johnson. They have to make some difficult decisions to provide adequate resources and leadership for our district to be a world-class learning organization. All of these groups together form the three pillars of our success: tradition, innovation, and excellence. The school district is a better place because of all that you, class of 2019, have accomplished. You are now part of a proud tradition that dates back to 1871, and for that I thank you. And I want to take a special moment and have you thank all of the members of your family and your friends that are here tonight celebrating this day with you. Thank your parents and your family and friends, please. It's been a long time since I was a senior in high school, and I forgot what it feels like to be in the position of being a graduating senior. It was 34 years ago. So I asked the students to tell me what they wanted to hear tonight at graduation. What is in their head as they walk in the door tonight and walk out the door a different person, an adult. This is some of what the students in the senior seminar course that I am blessed to be able to co-teach at OHS with two other very talented teachers. In the words of one student, I want you to speak the words that the class of 2019 needs to hear, not the words we want to hear, the real hard stuff. The number one theme that multiple students said is, do not be afraid to fail. Each and every one of us will fail, the students said. We are worth more than our failures, and we have the ability to overcome these failures. Resilience is important for us to understand as we move out the door tonight. Nelson Mandela said it well. Don't judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fall down and get back up. Several students expressed worry about the cost of college, worry about letting go of their parents and their parents letting go of them, worry about the shrinking markets for jobs that will greet them in the world after high school and after college. One student said, "We need reassurance that these things are normal, that everyone is as nervous as I am. OHS has prepared me well for the future that I'm about to face, but figuring out my place in the world will come eventually, won't it?" You're right, it will. Your worries and fears are normal. I can't sugarcoat and tell you that it will be easy or that everything will be okay in your future. Life is full of challenges. Never forget, though, that education and lifelong learning are the things that equip us best to meet these challenges. It's through education that we're best equipped to truly understand and know who we are. The truth is, your education begins when what we call your education ends, and that's really tonight. Another student captured the worry that occupies the minds of parents as you watch your students pass into the world of adulthood here tonight. I would appreciate it if you could address the parents who have yet to send their children to college, as my mother is probably terrified to see her oldest child leave. Speaking as a parent who has seen my 2 children leave in the past 2 years, let them go. It will be okay. Your son and daughter or daughter will be forever changed and the better for it. And your house will be a lot cleaner. Except for the summer when they come home. We're seeing that right now. Many students invoke the last reading that we did as a class, Emerson's Self-Reliance. They say, we must become the best of our society by not conforming. As young men and young women going into new lives to develop a place in society, it is important for us to understand that it is okay to be different. Being different is how people become their own selves and find happiness. Emerson said, to be great is to be misunderstood. Student after student spoke of the sense of family that they felt at OHS. They give each other the freedom to express themselves without judgment or criticism. Everyone is accepted for who they are. Students genuinely care about each other in the world they inhabit. They live by the greatest of all commandments, love one another. This doesn't happen without the capable leadership of Mr. DeLacy and his administrative team. It would not happen without the highly competent teachers who deeply care for the students who mentor them while they're at OHS. But students, I believe your generation has that special something that will usher in the trend of greater inclusion and caring. One student wrote herself a letter as a high school freshman. Her final bit of advice to her freshman self are words for us all. Enjoy yourself, love your life, make mistakes, and then do it again. That is how you learn. Know that you could not be at a better high school with better people. You have the whole world ahead of you, so don't get caught up in the little things. Class of 2019, I'm ready to step aside and follow you and your generation into the future. Now go out into the world with confidence, believe in yourselves, know that you can and will graduate from college just as you are graduating from high school today. Know that you can and will contribute in your own way to making the world and our community a better place. Remember these simple truths that I share each year with graduates. Treat all people with respect. Be nice to everyone, no exceptions. Never, never underestimate the power of kindness. Connect with your fellow humanity. Nationally, your high school years have been marred with a focus on the differences between people based on race, religion, or status. Our best hope of bridging these differences and finding mutual understanding is to connect with each other. These relationships and connections will change your life and in the process change our world. Exercise free will and creative independent thought, not for the satisfaction it will bring you, but the good it will bring to others. Only then will you discover the great and curious truth of human experience that being selfless is the best thing you can do for yourself, and you will find the best way to happiness. And lastly, don't let tonight's accomplishment be the end of your education. Make learning a lifelong pursuit. Once again, class of 2019, congratulations and God bless you. You will always be a part of the proud tradition of this high school, and you are always welcome here with open arms and love in our hearts. Godspeed.
Thank you, Dr. Brake. At this time, would Mr. Jeremy Edge, Chairperson of the Owensboro Board of Education, please come forward? Mr. Edge, at this time, we present to you the 2019 senior class of Owensboro High School. We have checked their records, and they meet the state as well as the Owensboro Board of Education requirements for graduation. We recommend you to accept at this time and request that their diplomas be issued. Let me assure you and other board members and parents that the staff and administration of Owensboro High School consider it a privilege and a pleasure to have worked with these young adults. We're honored to announce that this graduating class of 2019 were offered $10,905,071 in scholarship opportunities. We're extremely proud of this class.
As chair of the Owensboro Board of Education, we accept that our graduates have met all state and Owensboro Board of Education requirements for graduation, and we request their diplomas be issued.
Ladies and gentlemen in attendance, I would like to make one request. Each of these graduates have worked very hard to enjoy this moment, their moment with family and friends. Please hold all applause until all graduates cross the stage.
All right, let's get started. We will start with our students who are on the stage. Class President Brian Mitchell Douglas. Student Council President Emma Sheridan Kingsley. The 2019 honor graduate, New May.
Haley Michelle Alsop.
Brianna Lynn Abrams.
Anna Marie Wah Atkinson.
Jacqueline Nicole Arnold.
Elijah Ray Austin.
Avery Joe McKenzie Austin.
Will Eugene Barksdale.
Christopher Daniel Baird.
Ashley Nicole Barth.
Seven Wayne Barnett.
Destiny Nicole Bell.
Bronson Earl Beck.
Trevor Jackson Biddle.
DeQuantry Marquise Bellamy.
Ryan Carr Black.
Harrison Wayne Billingsley.
Davis Collins Blunt.
Rosemary Jean Bland.
Jacob Lee Bowling.
Lance Coleman Board.
Kiera Lachelle Bray.
Nicholas Christian Bosley.
Hannah Marie Brown.
Carson William Brooks.
Taylor Allen Brown.
Jamison Barrett Brown.
Sean Allen Brumley.
Ty Bailey Brown.
Cecilia Esmeralda Caceres Garcia.
Daniela Maria Bustos.
Kiesha Shantae Castlin.
Donovan Malik Carbon.
Dawson Lake Clark.
Kenneth Wayne Chappell III.
William Savage Clark.
Gabriella Marie Clark.
Jonathan Harrison Coleman.
Yvette Marie Clark.
Dalton Thomas Coulter.
Caitlin Cheyenne Connor.
Alexis Nicole Donway.
Macy Marie Cundiff.
Caden Edward Davidson.
Tristan Todd Darland.
Miranda Lee Dawson.
Kelsey Danielle Davis.
Brian Rolando Dominguez.
Casey Dawn Decker.
Laura Nicole Duncan.
Dakota Hunter Donahue.
Devin Jace Eves.
Dakota Scott Duvall.
Trevor Paul Elliott.
Connor Gray Elliott.
Madison Nicole Embry.
Jalen Gabrielle Emmanuel.
Kirsten Brianna Evans.
Eric Michael Epperson.
Jonah Terrell Everhart.
Riley Elaine Evans.
Stephen Wayne Gilmore.
Kobe Todd Fitzgerald.
Erel Jaquan Floyd.
Cameron Jashawn Garner.
Eric Jaquez Floyd Jr.
Savannah Lee Gatton.
Christopher Shane Garrett.
Zion Javon Tyree Gibson Riley.
Corey Michael Gibson.
Dalton Reese Gillahan.
Andrea May Good.
Haley Marie Gilmore.
Carson James Greathouse.
Diamond Tinsley Glover.
Tayana Lene Greer.
Brett Michael Gray.
Garrett Dane Hagan.
Trayvon Irvin Green.
Matthew Scott Hall.
Trayvon Irvin, I'm sorry. Adante Lamar Greer.
Brianna Nicole Hanley.
Lemaya Monet Greer.
Colby Michelle Hanley.
Karen Virginia Gurion Jimenez.
Courtney Montrez Harris.
Christian David Hale.
Jaquela Tashelle Hayden.
Zachary Dean Hall.
Dustin Lee Hedges.
Chico Lamar Hanley Jr.
Collier Elijah Mormon Higgs.
Sumar Reese Hanley.
Bobby Nathan Hinton.
Destiny Rain Hatchett.
Javonis Dayon Hudson.
Cameron Jamel Hayden.
Logan Wayne Husk.
Aubrey Michelle Hendricks.
Paul Ryan Iracane.
Leah Beth Helen Hill.
Emily Rose Jackson.
Angelina Roisin Housen.
Manning Joseph Jackson.
Kyrus Jacoby Devon Huffman.
Kevon Nashim Johnson.
Jaya Abigail Ignacia.
Destiny Cheyenne Jones.
Luke Mitchell Eisen.
Katie Renee Kellums.
Jamion Chavez Jackson.
DeMarco Rasheem Kelly.
Bridget Dawn Jakes.
Jaden Kareem Kendall.
Deja Lachey Jones.
Julia Marie Kimbrell.
Sydney Alara Jones.
Logan Lee Keegle.
Abigail Catherine Kellum.
Grant James Luckett.
Jordan Samuel Gainey Kelly.
Nadia B. Marr.
Ruben Matias.
Tanya Michelle Martinez.
Courtney Page Key.
James David Matthews.
Anna Elizabeth Kimmel.
Bailey Addison McAllister.
Caleb Mason Lopez.
Anna Cassandra McCrae Adams.
Henry Thomas Lytle.
Tyrese Cortez McCrath.
Zachary Wayne Martin.
Catherine Maria Milam.
Amber Dawn Mattingly.
Micaiah Dawn Miller.
Michaela Lynn McCarty.
Nevaeh Maylin Moore.
Michaela Dean McCannon.
Linda Nakia Morton. Josiah Ali Neal.
Gavin Ford Miller.
Roscoe D. Parm III.
Melvin Curtis Miller Jr.
A. Claire Paul.
Hunter Ray Morris.
Timothy Wayne Payne.
Fermine F. Mesquita Caceres.
Daniel Thomas Phelps.
Isaac Ryan Nally.
Jeremiah Scott Phillips.
Shelby Nicole Lorraine Newton.
Angela Carolyn Prather.
Marco Isaiah Patlin.
Brianna Michelle Reed.
Brian Jerry Payne.
Nevaeh Nashay Roberts.
Ernesto Eduardo Antonio Percy.
Paulo Jean Ruiz.
Arion Jamar Phillips.
Jonathan Cody Saltkill.
Kaylee Rose Poston.
Aubrey Michelle Schuler.
Chloe Marie Rafferty.
Diamond Lucinda Shemwell.
Dahl Ray.
Christina Marie Smith.
Nathan Manuel Roberts.
Austin Hunter Sovar.
Quentin Cornelius Robinson.
Marley Danielle Spain.
Alyssa Teresa Rozepski.
James Charles Straney.
Jordan Tyler Chartung.
Zoe Isabella Theriak.
Trace Addison Self.
Joshua Bryce Thrasher.
Jade Siddell Shepard.
Brandon Dwayne Taylor.
Leah Camille Smith.
Qualan Malik Tinsley.
Isabella Calafetti Souza.
Sebastian Vasquez Barrientos.
Skylar Marie Stallings.
Sydney Nicole Vowles.
Zanasia Ayana Talbot.
Hallie Jane Walling.
Alexia Marie Thompson.
Jordan Alexis Walling.
D'Artagnan Adrice Lamont Tinsley.
Ashley Elizabeth Watson.
Anthony Edwin Trogdon Brown.
Zane Lambert West.
Rui Sophia Tuttle.
Cheyenne Sierra Siobhan Myrick.
Dylan Scott Vickers.
Tyler Jacob Wilhite.
Will Benjamin Warren.
Alexis Desiree Williams.
Logan Austin Webb.
Elizabeth Mackenzie Williams.
Victoria Celeste Whitlock.
Brianna Nicole Wilson.
Treg Ray Wilkie.
Micaiah Adariana Winstead.
Brennan Dimitri Williams.
Bethany Ray Grace Wooldridge.
Ryan Nathaniel Willoughby.
Kenneth Allen Wright.
Darian Amon Wimsent.
Christopher Lee Wright.
Mariah Catherine Winstead.
Maybelline Nicole Yates.
Alexis Nicole Worthen Westerfield.
Hannah Nicole Young.
Aaliyah Elizabeth Yarber. Armani Elaine Young.
Okay, guys, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Brian Mitchell Douglas, the president of Owensboro High School senior class. Mr. Douglas.
Thank you, Mr. DeLacy, Dr. Brake, and board members. It truly is an honor to be standing before you on such a memorable occasion. And as we have heard all night, it has been an amazing 4 years here at Owensboro High School, but this is just the beginning of the road ahead. Oh, how the last 4 years have flown by. It seems like just yesterday we were freshmen who were fooled by the seniors into believing there was a brand new swimming pool on the 4th floor. Well, looking up to the seniors above us, we never thought we'd reach that day. There is a universal truth that we all have to face, and whether we embrace it or not, everything eventually comes to an end. It's human nature to feel anxious when one chapter of our lives ends. It's scary to move on sometimes. I've always disliked endings. The last day of summer, the ending of a great book or movie, or sometimes when you part ways with someone you love. So how do we truly measure the time we've spent here at Owensboro High School? Well, in the beginning, we measured it in class periods, counting down the days to eventual freedom. As the days and weeks pass, we measured it in semesters, and later in year, as we moved from being those clueless freshmen to becoming sophisticated sophomores who thought they knew it all. By the time we reached our junior year, we were confident that we were ready to take over for the graduating seniors, and we couldn't wait to finally be at the head of the school. So now, here we stand. Our rule is over, and it's up to the next class to step into our shoes and lead. Measure your time here not in the periods, semesters, and years, but in the lifelong relationships and memories that each of us share together. Over the coming years, you may forget some academic facts or some of the things you memorize for tests, but there are some things that we simply cannot forget. What you can't forget is that when individuals work together, the whole group is raised up, and the impossible becomes possible, and achievement becomes your destiny. So congratulations, my fellow graduates of the Owensboro High School class of 2019. Wherever we go and whatever we do, may we always be friends when we meet again. So will you please stand and join me in the turning of our tassels?